Okay, let's do this in one take. First one, Polyana's cutting mat. So non-adhesive cutting mat. I just recently put up a Christmas card that showed you how to, didn't show you how to, showed you an engraved acrylic disc. All done with a scanner cut, and people have asked how. It is very simple. But first of all, a disclaimer. This is something that I have done on my CM900, and you do it if you want to. I make no claims for it, and I take no responsibility for it. The only thing I will say is when you have your disc mounted, that it goes under the very middle roller behind the back there, the middle one on a spring. That will keep the mat nice and even. So the first thing we do is we need to make a template to hold the disc. I'm using 60mm discs. The thickness of the disc is 2mm. Now this is your problem. How do you get over that 2mm? Well, that's quite simple. You make a template. I've got 2 sheets of construction card here with a 62mm circle cut out of the centre. Now I've chosen a snowflake design that is built into the machine, just an easy design just to show what's going on. Now when you buy these discs, I buy mine off eBay, they come with a protective film on both sides. So on the one side I put a piece of double-sided tape, so we can take the film off there, that's the clear side, and we take the double-sided tape off the back, which is never easy with double-sided tape. This is just extra bit of hold for it. Then we put the disc, which is 2mm, into the hole that we've got cut out, press it down. Okay, so far so good. Then on the screen got a snowflake. I'll get more closer. What I've done, I have scanned the mat and made sure that the snowflake is dead centre of that circle. So that is the acrylic disc held in the construction board. Bit of double-sided tape on the back just to stop it slipping. It might slip, you know, we don't want it to slip. Now you'll notice from the tape that I put on the board, masking tape down the sides and across the top. That again is because this is 2mm and you don't want your blade to hit the side of that. So we take a standard blade. I've set mine just over 2. Nothing special with the blade. I suggest you use an old blade. The settings I have used are a cut speed of 3 and a cut pressure of 2. So we've got the cutting tool in there. This is just the standard Brother cutting tool, nothing special about it. We've just taken that down to a measurement of about 2. There is the acrylic disc, as you can see. Get a little bit closer. pressure is set on 3, speed is set on 3. We're going to tell the machine to cut 1 minute, and away it goes. And there we are. Now 2mm is the thickest you will get through a CM machine. The DX will take 3mm, but I wanted to do this on CM because there are more CMs around than there are DXs, so we just get our disc out of here, and then on the back of the disc we have got the protective film, which we carefully remove. Comes off once you've started it reasonably easily, and there we have our snowflake, which if I put it on a piece of blue, you can see it has engraved it. Sorry, I've got the light shining on, it's come over this way a bit, and you can see it's engraved it perfectly. I'm going to try a piece of black card behind it. That shows up anyways. Yes, that shows a bit better. There we are, one engraved snowflake, 1 minute to engrave. The way we do it is I've used 2 layers of 1mm construction board so that the disc, when it is in there, is level with the board. We don't want the disc sitting above the board. It needs to be level with the board. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezer. Oh, that's a good picture. I've got a new camera as well, so this helps. So there you are, for all of those people who thank you for such lovely comments on Facebook about how on earth do you engrave on Perspex with the scan and cut. Easy. All you need is a little thought and a template. And of course you could make the, you can get Perspex in lots of shapes and sizes, so you just scan the shape in, cut the board to fit, and away you go. I would always suggest you use the middle of the mat. You want to put about 4 in at once. You could do, of course, you could come right down the middle of the mat if you wanted to, but to keep it going evenly you are better coming down the centre rather than dashing them out around here. I haven't tried it out all around there, but I like the fact that that is going straight through the centre roller underneath the machine. This is Philip Polly and his Parchment Craft. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Drill holes in them, put lights behind them, Christmas decorations, of course anything you want. And that is, you can feel the engraving. The other side of course is smooth. And that's how I engrave Perspex discs with a scan and cut. Of course, as I've said, I take no responsibility. You get it wrong, and that's sorry, that's down to you. I take no responsibility. I've just been asked how I did it. That's how I do it. No damage to my machine whatsoever. If you do as I've suggested, I see no damage, but obviously I can't guarantee what you do, so I'm taking no responsibility if you should have a mishap. But the things to remember is, as long as your construction board or whatever you use is the same thickness as the disc, so that there's no, you don't want the disc, it is the same thickness, it's hard to get back out again. You don't want the disc sticking up like that, because the blade will catch against the side. Must be the same thickness. Anything got the same thickness, big piece of card, piece of rubber, anything. Put the construction board onto the mat. There is adhesion on the mat. I've used masking tape to make sure it stays dead steady, and also used masking tape because one important thing when you're going over 2mm is this top corner. If that top corner is left untaped, the blade will just hit against that and stay there. But with the tape, it acts as a little ramp, a little guide, and it lifts. Same with our embossing mat. When you have that corner completely covered, it acts as a guide so that the blade runs smoothly over it. Doesn't damage the machine, doesn't damage the mat. If I'd have just stuck that on like it is down the bottom here, it could have moved, the blade will catch against the side. That corner must be covered with masking tape, or whatever tape you use. I prefer masking tape. That's the way to do it. And that is our embossed snowflake. Thanks for watching. This has been Phil at Pollyanna's Parchment Craft. Hope you enjoy.